All right, let's talk about the Mets Game 4 NLCS loss. And, of course, we got to preview a must-win Game 5 with Darren Meenan, owner and creator of 7 Line and 7 Line Army. My man, live on the scene right now for Channel 7 News. You're like our New York Post Sports Mets reporter live at Citi Field right now. What's going on, man? How you feeling going into must-win Game 5?
Yeah, you know, we were talking out last night here in the parking lot, tailgating outside at Citi Field, and I said last night I felt like that was a must-win. So today, obviously, absolutely is a must-win. You know, as far as I'm concerned, like I'm a less of a X's and O's kind of guy. I'm more of like a fun and vibes kind of guy.
Yep.
And the vibes have been so high since the summer, and these guys have been playing playoff baseball, playoff atmosphere baseball for over a month, and I'm just hoping they got enough left in the tank to at least win today. I don't want to see the Dodgers celebrate on our turf tonight, so hopefully the Mets get it done.
All right, before we preview Game 5, let's kind of like recap Game 4. What the heck happened Game 4, man? Give us your thoughts.
I mean, what didn't happen? I mean, the Mets left the bases loaded how many times, you know? Like, Mendoza talks a lot about, you know, getting runners on and hoping to push that dam. Well, I don't know how he worded it, but, like, you can only push so much until finally the dam breaks and you know, get some runs on the board there. But, you know, once they got in the hole, I mean, the vibes in the ballpark kind of depleted. And it's tough because you want to cheer as much as you can, but, you know, 4-hour games, or as long as it was, you know, the vibes in the ballpark were kind of depleted, and I can't blame the fans, myself included. You know, we're sitting there and we're trying to cheer and give the team as much as we can, but it's tough to cheer for a team when they're not really doing much on the ball on the base pass, you know. So we'll see what happens tonight. I mean, we'll see who gets hot. I mean, someone's got to, you know, break through and get the vibes going and get the streak. I mean, the atmosphere and the momentum back on our side, because clearly it hasn't been there yet.
Well, walking into this game, what do you think the vibes are going to be like out and around Citi Field? You think fans are nervous? Is there excitement going on? Like, how do you think the fans are feeling going into this must-win Game 5?
I mean, I wrote something today on Twitter, and I said, you know, by no means am I waving the white towel, but look at where we are right now. You know, we're here playing late October baseball, the first series at Citi Field of this season, when nobody was there. It was cold. The Mets lost 5 straight. Gary Cohen had said something like, you know, this is rock bottom. It's hard to find rock bottom in April, but it certainly felt like it back then. So for them turning around to how they did late in the year, and all the crazy stuff that happened this season, from, you know, Grimace and so on and so forth, Rally Pimp and Glizzy Iggy, and I don't know, you know, you've seen it all. You've seen what happened this year, you know. So much crazy stuff has happened this year. So if by chance, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if by chance the Mets don't get it done today, I'm not going to feel like this season has been a loss. You know, I see baseball games as an escape from reality and enjoying your life and having fun with your friends and family and enjoying the day. I'm sitting here, you know, under a bright blue sky outside Citi Field, hoping to go see the Mets win. And if they don't, you know, I'm certainly going to be a little disappointed, but then I'm going to have like 3 less fun days next week. You know, so I just try to look at it as positively. And the positive and the bright side is, wow, look at how much fun this season has been so far. And, you know, the Mets certainly have a lot to hang their hats on. These guys are playing, you know, walking wounded out there. I'm looking at, you know, Brandon Immo, even just coming out from the dugout, man in left field out there. He's hobbling on 1 foot out there. Lindor obviously had his issues. He's certainly not, you know, healed. It's not like overnight this guy got a healthy back. So this late in the year, every team's battling injuries, you know, but these guys have been really pushing the limits, and I'm certainly proud of them, you know. So we'll see what happens today. Like you said, it is a must-win, and no matter what happens, I'm very proud of this team and this fan base and everyone else, top to bottom, training staff, the Cohens. This feels like such a different atmosphere than I've been around like my whole life as being a Mets fan, you know.
Well, you mentioned back in April how everyone kind of threw the white flag, and remember David Stern said that he still believed they had a playoff team. I think that was in May, and everybody kind of like laughed at them. Now look, they're playing with house money, and anything can happen. You talk about the magic from OMG and Grimace and just the fan base, man. I felt it out there yesterday when I was walking around Citi Field. Where or who is the Mets magic going to come from tonight in Game 5? Player-wise, who do you feel as though needs to step up and bring the energy?
I mean, they're like, what do they say? Like, you're one swing away from getting the momentum back, and I feel like we were watching, you know, Game 3, and Pete Alonso obviously came through for us, you know, when he had to, because we were watching that at bat, like, man, this could be Pete Alonso's last at bat as a Met. We were watching, you know, that third game out there in Milwaukee, and I'm I mean, I'm not looking forward to it, obviously. I want to see Pete as a Met for life. You know, the man's certainly going to have his name and number up in the rafters if he sticks around. So I think I would love to see a really big game from Pete today, extend this series, get back to L.A. Manaea would be on the bump on Sunday night. And then certainly anything could happen if they get to Game 7 on Monday. So I would love to see a giant game from Pete Alonso. And I'd love to stand and cheer for him. We'll see what happens.
I know you said you're not an X's and O's guy, but break it down for us, man. How do you feel like the Mets stay alive in this series tonight? Give us the keys to the game.
I mean, yeah, like, I've never been an X's and O's guy. I'm like, you know, my whole life I've been basically surrounding myself with how can I have fun going to baseball games. I've been coming here since my grandpa actually used to run the press gate back at Chase. So, yeah, it's tough for me to break things down. And, like, honestly, you could find vibes and momentum from anywhere. And they just need really, like, one big inning to, you know, get back on the board, get the vibes back, get the stadium bumping, and we'll see what happens from there. So, honestly, it could really come from anybody. And I saw Mendoza shuffled some things around with the lineup today. I know Winker's in there. Jeff McNeil's playing today. So anything could happen, man. I'm just excited to get in there. What are we, a few hours away from first pitch? If you want to come and hang out with us, we'll be in the Marina lot up until the game starts. And all are welcome. You don't have to be sit with the 7-line Army. I've been promoting all season and actually, you know, forever. Like, I don't care if you sit with us or not. We're all like-minded individuals trying to enjoy our lives, support the Mets in the good times and bad, and hopefully see to live another day tomorrow.
I appreciate that invite, and I hope my producer heard that because I just got invited to hang out with 7-line. I think my day is over after this. But you mentioned you used to go to the games with your grandfather, and now, man, you head one of the best, I feel as though the best fan group when it comes to Mets baseball. Where would this season, win, lose, or draw, where does this season rank in terms of your Mets memories?
It's got to be almost up there with the top. I mean, obviously, I'm going to be 44 soon. So in 1986, I was just about to turn 6. I have no memories of that. I was at every game in 2015. And again, that season was such a roller coaster. Look at where we were up until August and Cespedes came around, the Flores crying game, like so much crazy stuff happened in that season as well. But this season, I mean, the amount of things that has happened this year, if the Mets are to somehow get to the World Series and make it all happen, this season will go down as one of the most insane baseball seasons for any baseball team, probably in the history of the sport. And we've been watching it unfold in front of our eyes every single day. And every week, I feel like we're watching for the past, month, them have like the craziest game ever or the biggest comeback ever. And it's been really fun to be a part of and fun to watch. So hopefully this show's not over today.
Yeah, this series isn't for a pennant. It's for the culture, I feel like. And, I'm ingratiated in this Mets culture, man. You guys got me for life. Darren, man, thanks for hopping on with us. Good luck tonight, man. I hope to see you soon, bro.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.